Business owners, did you ever feel like it was the perfect time for you to start your business? Me neither. There was no such thing as a perfect time for me to start CP Digital Studio. There was never a perfect time. There was never enough money that I had where I felt like now is the time where I can start my business. Now is the time where I'll be successful. Now is the time where everything in life is going to change and I'm going to all of a sudden be successful. There's no such thing. There's never a perfect time. If you're watching this and you don't know who I am, my name is Chris Parks. I'm the owner of CP Digital Studio. We build websites for companies and help them get leads so that way they can get customers. And the first thing that we do when we build websites is we talk to you about what it is that you do for business. And I'm making this video because so often, too often, I get calls from people that say that they just aren't ready to start their business. And my question to you is, if you are not ready now, when will you be ready? If today is not the day, when will be the day? And so in a very quick video, I want to run with you all the reasons why you're saying that you're not successful. And I want to get rid of all of those excuses. And this is for business owners who are just starting out, who don't know what you're doing. If you know what you're doing and you have a good idea and a good head on your shoulders, skip this video. It's not for you. But if you are literally just starting out, you don't have a website and you want one, watch this video. I want you to stop waiting and I want you to start building. I want you to take control, get rid of all of your excuses, because today is going to be the day where you need to actually start and do something about it, right? Today is the day where you're going to have to start making a decision. And really quickly, I'm not going to go through this whole presentation. There are only a few reasons why you haven't started, right? I've heard them all before. I don't have enough money. You are waiting for money that will never come before you start. You will never have enough money. You will never have $10,000 in the bank for you to start your business, because if you did, you would have already started it. If you did, you'd already have a website. If you did, you'd already have a product on the market, testing it and seeing what works and what doesn't. But you don't. And that's okay. It's not about how much money you have. Common thing I hear, number two, I don't know what to sell. Okay. First, what are you good at? What drives you to get out of bed, to go forward and make money for the day? What do you do for employment? What do you do for a living? What is the thing by which you earn money right now, today? Because the thing stopping you is not, clarity comes after you start, not before. You get clarity after you start building the ship, so you can realize, okay, I need to shift this around. I need to put this piece here. I need to hammer this in place. This needs to be screwed in. Once you start to build it, once you start to craft it, that's when the clarity comes. It doesn't come beforehand. You can't understand what it's like to be in a marriage until you're actually married. There's no other way around it. You have to just be in it in order to get it. You'll say this as well. I'll hear this all the time. I don't know how to build it. Nobody ever does. You're trying to master step 5 before you master step 1. That's the problem. We need to actually start building it and start figuring out what minor tools, because there's never a whole lot of tools, what minor tools do you need today to get you started on that process, and then focus on what you can build in iterative processes, small steps, not big ones, so that way you can actually build the thing that you need. You'll say this as well. A lot of people say this. I don't know anything about ads. Nobody ever does until they actually start. There are YouTube videos, there are tutorials, will help you through that part. But these problems are not uncommon. You're avoiding visibility, not lacking skill. You're using the fact that you don't know how to run ads as a reason for you not to start. You're using that as a crutch and a reason as to why you can't be successful, because you don't want to put your face out there. You're afraid. You don't think that you'll be able to be successful. And the reality is, people just want to make sure that you're good and that you're a real person. In today's AI era, they just want to make sure you're not a robot. Start. Do the darn thing. The last one is, I'm afraid. Well, the second to last one is, I'm afraid. I'm unsure. This isn't logic. It's just fear. How do you get over fear? By being competent enough in something that you feel. You get confidence by doing things so often that it's impossible for you not to be good at it. If you dribble a basketball enough times, you know how to at least dribble a basketball. If you've been on a bunch of dates, you probably know how to date and vet effectively to make sure that you're dating the right person. If you've done anything a number of times, you'll be more confident at it. So then we just need to get you started with step 1, so that way you can go forward and do the other steps after you feel more confident about doing the first thing, which is usually getting a website. Common thing I hear all the time. I need my spouse to approve of this. I need my spouse to say that he or she is okay. I need some partner to say that I can do this in order for me to move forward. 2 things. 1, if your spouse needs to approve of it, or your spouse needs input, we'll meet with you. Let's get on the call together and figure out what her concerns are, what his concerns are. Let's talk about it together. I'm married myself. I understand. Let's talk about what your concerns are, get them done and taken care of so that way we can move forward and start on the business. If you're waiting for permission instead of taking ownership, then you're just waiting and waiting and waiting. And if your spouse loves you, then they're not going to have an issue with you starting your business or moving forward. 9 times out of 10, you just need to actually have some things in place to convince the spouse that this isn't just going to go to nowhere. It's going to lead to something. So let us help you get started with figuring out what that step looks like. And so I want you to reframe your mindset. Think about this entire thing in a different way. I have no money. Start small. Everybody has something. You have something that you're good at. You have a way by which you're watching this video online that costs money. Figure out how you can get the money. No idea what to do. What are you good at? And more importantly, forget what you're good at. The website is what we do to figure out how to get you started. The website forces you to get started because the website forces you to put into words your ideas so people can understand the value that they're going to get by working with you. It is literally, and this is why this is the first step. You cannot build your business without having your website first, because your website tells people what your business is in a way that social media does not. This is why every single business, every legitimate business has a website first, or at least at some part along the way, because there's only so far you can get with social media before people start asking, hey, is this real? Is this just a scam? Is this person know what they're doing? Have they just been in business for 1 to 2 years? Why don't they have a website? Everybody has a website. Why doesn't this person? The website forces you to get your thoughts together and put them on not a piece of paper, but a digital platform, so that way people can understand, this is the value I'm going to get. This is the sale. This is the product. Okay, now I understand. This is why this is the first step. If you have no idea what you're doing, you need the website first, because the website is going to force you to think about all the things that you need for your business, from distribution, from production, from manufacturing, to just selling and doing discounts. It's going to force you to think about all of those things, which is why this is one of the first steps. If you don't know how to build it, you don't know how to manufacture it, and you don't know how to distribute it, we've worked with tons of businesses in the past. We understand these things more than you could probably realize. We will help you figure it out for free. If you don't know how to get clients or how to run ads, again, this is something that we will give you advice on to show you that this is not as hard as you think it is. Now, obviously, we're a web development company. We're not promising you that we're sales marketing experts. We're not telling you that we're going to go into your Meta ads or Google ads and just everything's going to work magically. No. But we will at least give you a fundamental understanding of things, so that way you can go forward and learn these things yourself, or hire somebody that actually specializes in that to do it for you. If you're afraid, get started, because that's the only way you're going to get rid of that fear. If you need approval, we will talk to your spouse with you. If you need to talk to a partner, bring them to the meeting. We'll talk about all of these things together. And so if you don't know where to start, perfect. This is exactly where you need to start, by talking to us so we can get you started on what you need for your business. What you're dealing with are not even real obstacles, they're tasks. They're foundational pieces that every business owner has to go through. Nobody starts out by knowing how they're going to ship products. Nobody starts off by knowing how they're going to manufacture something. But we're offering you a chance to come together to figure out what that process will look like within an hour. It will take like 45 minutes to an hour to figure all these things out. Why? Because we've done this before. If you're selling t-shirts, we can definitely figure out how to get you t-shirts. If you're selling bracelets, or if you're selling candles, we can figure out manufacturers within the US to figure out how we can get you candles. These are not problems that are special or unique just to you. The website forces us to think about the email, the domain, the Google profile, the distribution, the product structure, the way the payments are going to be set up. When we go and build the website, we are starting your business. We are starting the foundation of it, because we are forced to think about all of these things together, from CRM automation to how we run ads, to what the business email is going to be, to how you're going to get paid, to how we distribute the product to the clients or the service. All of these things are part of what goes into the website. And this is why it's so important to make sure that your website is built correctly, and that it's built first when you start your business. You're not overwhelmed, you're just unstructured. And that's okay. We're here to help you get positioned in the right way, so that way you can move forward. And again, all of this is free. These are finite problems that are solvable. We've helped hundreds of businesses. You can go to our website, check out cpdigitalstudio.com, and you can see the different websites that we've done for other people, and just for yourself whether or not we're a good fit. so that way we can help you get started. This is not a sales pitch to start a website. This is a pitch to tell you to call me or someone else that you know. It doesn't have to be me. I just want you to take action. I want you to go and start your business and stop using the fact that you don't know how to do something as an excuse. It is not about how many resources you have, it is about how resourceful you are. And to be honest with you, you are not that special. If I can just be completely honest, most of the businesses that we start, whether it's food and beverage, whether it's even building websites, whether it's selling t-shirts, most of the businesses that we think of have already been thought of, which means someone somewhere in some country has already thought of how to do it, which means there are solutions to them. It just takes time and experience to get to those solutions sometimes, but we're not talking about how to get you from 0 to 1 billion. We're talking about how to get you from 0 to 5,000 in 1 month. So that way you can go forward and help your family and do more for yourself. But your problems are not that special. These are finite problems that we can solve if we just put a little thought into it. So here's what we will promise you. We're going to promise you that you're going to stop waiting and you're going to start building. It's pretty simple. We do free strategy calls. Again, we're web developers. I'm not promising that we're going to go and start your business. We're not going to run your business for you. We're not going to run your ads. We're not going to put a magic button together and everything's going to work. We're going to talk about the strategy that you need as a new business owner who does not know what they're doing, tangible steps that you can take to start your business and get everything together so that way you can at least have a foundation and an idea of what you are going to do, and that way you can start. I want you to start because I'm tired of getting calls about people that don't know what they're doing in their business. I want you to start because I'm tired of getting calls about how no one knows how to do this or that, and that's the reason why they can't move forward. I want you to start so that way by the time you come to me and you talk to me about actually wanting to start your website, that you have a tangible idea of what you want to do and you have the confidence to move forward because you at least know what it is that you're doing. Fair enough? These sessions are going to be free. They're going to be on Zoom. And yes, I'm going to see you face to face the same way that you see me. If we can't meet on the Zoom call, then we'll do a phone call, but we'll meet at some point. These are only on Saturdays. It's limited slots, no fluff, real strategy. We're going to talk about what are the 1 or 2 obstacles that are in your way today that we can solve. If you don't know how you're going to manufacture your product, if you don't know how you're going to ship it, we'll figure that out on day 1. If you don't know what you're going to do for business, let's talk about what you're good at. Let's talk about what you're passionate about. Figure out how you make money today and how we can translate that into a business. There are a whole bunch of other strategies that we can go over, but the main thing is that we're going to solve 1 to 2 problems in these strategy calls to figure out how we can get you started on your business. Because the world needs more entrepreneurs. They need more people like you and me to figure out how to solve people's problems and get paid for it. We will help you figure it out. We've done this hundreds of times. Most problems are not special. They just take a bit of thought and effort. And from that thought and effort, we can figure out on day 1 how we're going to move forward. And if you want me to help you build your website and to help you with your business, then cool. But ultimately, our goal here is for business owners to not feel afraid and to actually go forward and do the thing that they're supposed to do in life. And all of this is for free. So if you're ready to go, then let's talk business. Email me at cp@cpdigitalstudio.com. Go to my website, cpdigitalstudio.com. There are no excuses left. It's a free session. It's a free strategy call to figure out how we can get you to start your business. Thank you.